Hello and welcome to Bird Talk Radio. I am your host, Joshua Martin. I'll be going over the games, the scores, and, everything Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. Now let's start the show. I know. Hello and welcome to another edition of Bird Talk Radio. I would be jumping out of my seats right now, but my back is hurting a little bit. But yeah, it's another beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh God, my back hurts. A beautiful victory Monday. We have the best team in the league right now. I mean, I just get to chill back and relax. I don't know. This is fun. Right now, I'm a little stressed out because I'm wearing my Phillies jersey. Yes, but I think we're looking good. I don't want to say we are looking good. We're up 2 games in the wild card spot. I'm still talking about the Phillies. We're up 2 games in the wild card position, and we have 3 games left in the season. Yes, those 3 games are against the Houston Astros, but hopefully they just play their spring ball players and don't have like Verlander pitching to us or something like that. But to get into the NFL scores, those good games last week. If you looked at my picks were better this week, I promise. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I went 11-4, including Thursday's pick. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen tonight against the 49ers and the Rams. I do have the Rams winning that one, so hopefully I go in 12-4 this week. But there were some good games. To start off, I don't really want to talk about Thursday night. We all know what happened. There's nothing more that I can say. I guess. They should have looked. I don't know. I have that image. I guess I can show that. Katie, show the image. It's called Tua, I believe. It's all either Tua or a team or something like that. But there's nothing more that I can say that has not been said already. And not that one. The one with Tua, with his team around him. I think it's number 44 or 45. But we've seen this happen to so many other players, and we've seen the side effects of CTE. This is a beautiful sport. I'd love to have this sport continue on, but we can't have stuff like this happen. We saw some of the greatest players ever be smart and leave the game early due to injuries just because of how rough this game is. We didn't get to see Andrew Luck. We didn't get to see Megatron. I think Barry Sanders cut his career early. Those are just the people I can think off the top of my head. I know there's so much more that we just lost to due to injuries, but we can't be tossing players back out there like it's nothing. I don't think we don't have to go 17-0 every single year. We don't have to. I don't know. The Bengals won though, 27-15. Joe Burrow looked decent. Tyreek Hill looked amazing as always. I don't know what the Dolphins can do with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback, but it's whatever. Let's throw that ISO back on me, and I'll talk about the 1:00 games from Sunday. Actually, we had our first London game. Vikings and the Saints, early 9:30 game. Woke up, have some coffee and donuts, and you get to watch football right there with you. Kirk Cousins played pretty decent. Justin Jefferson balled out as usual, 10 receptions, 147 receiving yards. It was actually a pretty good game. It was 28-25. Came down to the wire. The kicker, Will Lutz, he had a 61-yard field goal attempt. It double doinked off the field goal post. Kind of sad. It was a really good game, though, to watch, to wake up your morning to. And then the 1 o'clock games, Browns and Falcons. It was actually a pretty good game going back and forth. Falcons looked really nice. The defense looked really nice for the Falcons. Nick Chubb for Cleveland had 15 carries, 118 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown, though. Commanders and Cowboys, I said it last week, but I think Carson Wentz is done. I apologize for having no time at all to throw a ball in all of your career, except for 2017. We know how that season went. Cooper Rush actually looked really nice for Dallas again this week. CeeDee Lamb's catching fire, 6 receptions, 97 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. It looks like Cooper Rush really likes CeeDee, and I mean, obviously that's what we need to see more of. Well, we don't need to see more of it, but that's what Dallas needs, to put the hands, or put the ball in CeeDee hands more. Feed Zeke less, maybe. Feed it, like give your other halfback 50-50, because Zeke's not doing that good again. Seahawks and Lions, a very offensive game, no defense there. 48-45, really good game there. The Lions, they're always missing just that one little thing. I'm telling you, they're a good team. Maybe it's just they don't have a defense at all. Like, at all. Jared Goff, 26-39. Decent, but he went 378 passing yards, 4 tuds. TJ Hawkinson, the tight end, because they have weapons, because they have his name can't come to me right now, but you know who I'm talking about, Omar St. Brown, I'll say his last name, St. Brown. He wasn't there, he was out of injury, but their tight end TJ Hawkinson went 8 receptions, 179 receiving yards, and 2 tuds. So they obviously have offensive weapons. They have Jamal Williams, who played absolutely redonkulous that game for the running back position. It's just the defense, I'm guessing. They scored 22 points in the 4th quarter to try to make a comeback, but it couldn't happen. Titans and Colts. Seahawks and Lions, that was my loss. I picked the Lions because they looked nice. Titans and Colts, that's another loss I had. I picked the Colts because the game they had they beat the Chiefs, and then they come back and lose to the Titans. I don't know what to expect of the Colts. Are just a wild card this year. Not making the wild card, they're just a wild card every single game, whether they win or lose. I don't know what's going to happen for them. This might be Matt. I don't want to say it. I don't know if it's going to be Matt Ryan's last year, because I don't remember the deal they signed. He's still a young quarterback. There's nothing wrong with him. He's still a veteran quarterback. Derrick Henry actually looked a little nice this game. He had 22 carries, 114 rushing yards, 1 tud. But the Titans did win 24-17. Bears and Giants. Giants looked actually really nice. I mean, I know it's against Chicago, but the Giants actually looked really nice last game. And Daniel Jones isn't really a running quarterback or a dual threat quarterback. He can run if he needs to. But he had, because of Saquon doing so good, 31 carries, 146 rushing yards. But because of Saquon doing so good, those 2 rushing touchdowns by Daniel Jones were actually beautiful play calling. The fake read option to Saquon, pulled out and just ran around to the end zone. Easy rushing touchdown for Daniel Jones. So that was beautiful to watch. Justin, I don't know what to think of Chicago. Khalil Herbert, I think that's the name. Running back for Bears right now, replacing Montgomery. He's actually pretty nice. Maybe look out for him on fantasy if you want to. See, 1 o'clock games. I'll get to the Eagles and Jags a little bit. Jets and Steelers. That was just a weird game. I respect Mike Tomlin with all my heart, but we finally got to see Kenny Pickett. But he came in at the wrong time. You got to keep Trubisky in there just for the rest of the game. I don't know if you can throw Kenny Pickett out like that. Plus, Hurricane Ian was still in that neighborhood of just the northeastern state of the nation. You just can't throw him out there like that. He went 10 of 13, 120 passing yards. Yes, he had 2 rushing touchdowns, but he also had 3 interceptions. And I'll say those 3 interceptions were not all his fault. Maybe 2 of them, they did bounce off the receiver's hands, but you just can't throw the man in there like that. Who do the Steelers got next? I guess they got, and the Steelers have the Bills next. So now you have to play Kenny Pickett against the Bills. I wouldn't have done that. I would have gotten him ready for. Damn, they got a tough schedule. They got the Bills, Buccaneers, Dolphins, Eagles, 4-game slate. I would have brought him in against. This is a good lineup they have. After they're done with the Eagles and that 4-game slate, they have the Saints, the Bengals, Colts, and Falcons. That's where you pick Kenny Pickett in to get him used to the league. Some of those not so well known, not the greatest teams defensive wise, but he can really give that confident boost in him. Now he has to go out there against the Bills in Buffalo. It's just not going to be pretty for him. But the Jets won. Zach Wilson came back. Yeah, I didn't look the greatest, but they still won. He kind of turned it on in the fourth quarter to give them that to win the game for them. Bills and Ravens, that was a really good game. Baltimore lost another 17-point lead. I don't know what it is. You guys saw Marlon Humphrey. Was it Marlon Humphrey? No. I forgot who it was, but they were just mad at the end of the game. Pissed off at the game. I would be too if I was the Ravens defense. They had no points in the third or the fourth quarter for Baltimore. That really did a number on them. Like I said, the hurricane had something to do with that game as well. We saw the side effects of that one, and we saw the side effects of the hurricane in the Philly game. It was just raining the whole game. And Chargers and Texans, I think that was a 1 o'clock game too. Texans look really good. We finally got to see Dameon Pierce. He had a beautiful 75-yard rushing touchdown. 14 carries, 131 rushing yards, 1 tud. Go Florida. Justin Herbert, they need to take this man out. Yes, he looks good, but it's because it's Justin Herbert. Oh, Austin Eckler, who had a beautiful game. He had 3 touchdowns that game. He got his first touchdown of the season in this game and proceeded to carry on and get 2 more that game, which was beautiful. Let's pull up the Eagles image, and we'll talk about the Eagles game because I told you guys it's going to be a beautiful season. I told you it's going to be a beautiful season. I'll say I was scared at first because we were down 14-0, but we came back. We came back from 14-0 in the first quarter. Our second, I don't know what's up with us in the second quarter, but that's really when we turn on the Jets. We had 20 points in the second quarter. Last week when we played the Commanders, the only points we had were in the second quarter, and I think it was 24 points there. So that's really where we turn on the Jets. One thing I'm very happy with, because it was raining outside and we had to do it, we had our rushing game come out a lot. Miles Sanders, 27 carries, 134 rushing yards, 2 tuds. And then if you go to the next image, the defense. The defense is what really made me happy with that game. We had 4 forced fumbles, and we covered all 4 of them. And then James Bradbury with his beautiful interception in the red zone against Trevor Lawrence. Beautiful read. It was a very tough throw for Trevor to throw there, but James Bradbury read that perfectly, jumped on the ball, intercepted it, and that was game basically. Pull up the next image just so everyone can see Miles Sanders real quick. That beautiful man. Any more stats? A.J. Brown, I'm so glad we picked him up. I'm going to say that every week. 5 receptions, 95 yards. Jalen Hurts was all right, but like I said, it was pouring down rain. It was a very hard day to have a passing game going. 16 of 25, 204 passing yards. He had that one bad interception that was returned for a pick 6. First drive of the game for us. I think that's when that happened. But it was a beautiful game. I mean, there's nothing really I can say. We had a very rough start, yes, but we turned on the Jets and just dominated afterwards. And I'm glad that the team wasn't discouraged of being down 14-0, that they had that confidence and they had that mentality to come back and win this game. I think we had a standing ovation for Doug Peterson coming back, which I'm really happy of. And it's looking like it might be Jason Kelce's last year. He's jersey swapping with everyone. He did it with Carson Wentz. I know we're playing our old people again, but he's jersey swapping with Carson Wentz. He had the game-worn jacket. He swapped that, or he got that from Doug Peterson, gave Doug Peterson his game-worn jersey. It was a beautiful sight. Get that ISO back on me. I'll finish up these games because the games were nice, but they were kind of predictable. I'll say the Patriots game was pretty nice because the rookie for New England came in and he kept the team alive against Green Bay in Green Bay too, which was very surprising. Cardinals won 26-16 though. Eagles play Cardinals next week. I'll talk about that a little bit. Kind of scared because that's usually the games we just flop the bed. I don't know if we flop the bed. It's just we just let the game slide by. I know we'll probably lose Sunday, but I don't know. Packers and Patriots went to overtime. Really good game to watch. 27-24. Packers won. Aaron Jones, 16 carries, 110 rushing yards. Then we'll go to the Raiders and Broncos. I don't think Russell... I can't say that every week. Josh Jacobs had a beautiful game. 28 carries, 144 rushing yards, 2 tuds. Really good game for him. Finally, it was nice to see Raiders get a win finally. They're 1-3. And then Sunday Night Football. I wish I stayed up to watch this game. But what I recollected from that is the Buccaneers' rush defense just was off that game. They couldn't stop the running game at all. And Patrick Mahomes, I hate to say it, but he's a magician. Tom Brady looked good, 39-52, 385 passing yards and 3 tuds. Patrick Mahomes had the same thing, 3 touchdowns. But there was no running game they couldn't stop the run. The Buccaneers couldn't stop the run, and the Buccaneers couldn't run the game at all. They had 3 carries for 6 yards. You can't do anything with that. Thank you. We'll take a quick commercial break. I'll get my picks out to you Friday, just because I can't rush these picks. I got to think about them. Plus, injuries happen later in the midweek, and I'll get them out to you Friday. When we come back, I'll talk about the Phillies a little bit. And yeah, I'll just take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
In a world.
Where's everyone? I'm your host, Daniel.
That is terrible.
Where movies and trivia collide.
I'm a vampire.
Twilight.
2 ridiculously good-looking game show hosts
I'm your host, Daniel.
And I am Joshua Martin.
will tackle the challenge of being the best at movie trivia.
All right, this is about a board game that comes to life.
This guy repeats his day over and over and over again.
The power of Christ compels you.
Movie Wars. Hello. No, wait, hold on. Hello, and welcome back to Bird Talk Radio. If you are a big baseball fan, let me look at the camera. If you're a big baseball fan, baseball is wrapping up this week. We got the last series for every game. Ends October 5th, and wild card starts this Friday, I think. Speaking of wild card, Phillies are 2 games ahead of the Milwaukee Brewers, and we have a very tough 3-game series this week. Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We play the Houston Astros, and I think it's in Houston, too. Why are you clapping at that? All right, whatever. So we're going to play the Houston Astros. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they have the spring ball players in. They're the second best team in the league right now, so they don't need to play any one of their starters, right? Hopefully we have all our big guys out there. Pitching wise, I would like to. I don't think we need to pitch our starters. Yes, I would like to see Suarez out there. I don't think we can probably hold back Wheeler, and we can probably hold back Aaron Nola. But I want to see the bats flying today. I would like to see some more home runs. Then I would like to see us win. I mean, we're 2 games in front of the Brewers, and the Brewers have the Arizona Diamondbacks for their last 3-game series. I don't know how it's going to be. It's going to. I hope we make it. They haven't been there since 2011. And then we get to play the Mets, hopefully. I don't know how wild card works. Wild card's weird. They switched the whole thing up. It's weird now. But we're 2 games up. Hopefully the Phillies make it. It would be nice. That's all I gotta say. And basketball actually starts soon too, because I think, like, I don't know what they call it in basketball. I guess it's still preseason. I think that started for most people. Our 36ers just beat the Suns. I know they showed that, and the Suns started their starters. So that was pretty disgusting to watch. Thursday night we have Colts and Broncos Prime Video game. It's going to be a good game to watch. It's in Denver. The Battle of the Horses. It's going to be a cold game probably for that one. Some exciting games. We have another London game Sunday, a little morning game. Giants, Packers. That's probably going to be actually a fun one to watch too. Saquon's looking really nice this year. Like, he's looking like Saquon again. So that'll be fun to watch in London. I think he's going to turn on the Jets. Steelers, Bills, Chargers, Browns, Bears, Vikings. And then, like I said, I'll get you these games out to you. My picks Friday. Oh, okay. We got 4:25 game. That's when the Eagles got. We go against the Cardinals at 4:25 Sunday. This is usually the game where we take a day off. It's in Arizona. Let's see. ESPN has Philly winning. They have Philly with the under 5 or -5. I don't know how to read bets or read predictions like that, but they do have the Eagles winning by 5. But I don't know. I have faith in us. I don't see why we can't beat the Cardinals. They don't have the strongest team. DeAndre Hopkins is still out. J.J. Watt, he had some news this weekend. I don't know what was up with him. Something about his heart. Hopefully he's okay. It should be a game for us to win, but like I said, it just feels like that type of game where we just take a day off and just let them blow by us. We'll see what happens. Sunday night's Bengals and Ravens, and then Monday is going to be a good game. Raiders in Kansas City, playing against the Chiefs. That's going to be a beautiful game. Do you have anything to add, Maior?
You said you were playing a clip, right?
A clip?
I thought you were saying you were playing a video.
I wish I had a video. I don't have anything. Call into the studio. Oh, well, you can't do it now. There's 5 minutes left. But you can call in maybe next show, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Get in contact with me, birdtalkradio2022@gmail.com. Check out my Instagram, actually, Bird Talk _radio. I believe that's what it is. Let me check it right now. Period with a T. Period with a T. Thank you. Yeah, Bird Talk _radio. Check that out. Friday, I'll get my predictions out to you guys then. And I think that's it, really. I mean, if you can show those images, like just full screen, and then end the show for me, that'll be nice. But catch me next week, Bird Talk Radio, Mondays at 11. Hopefully I'll feel a little better. My back is sore right now. I can't be jumping up and down. But I'll catch you guys next week. Peace out. Thank you for watching Bird Talk Radio. Again, I am your host, Joshua Martin. If you want to contact me or be on the show, just email me at birdtalkradio2022@gmail.com, or you can call in during the show at 888-994-4995 in Studio A. Have a wonderful day, and remember, go Birds.